Some of you may be surprised to learn this, but hold on. I used to smoke the devil's lettuce. This was back when I was in college. I don't really smoke it anymore now because I've learned that I have a pretty bad reaction to it. But sometimes when I would get stoned out of my mind, I would have some really fucking dumb ideas, and I ended up writing them all down into a Google Doc. And it was last modified like 5.5 years ago. So what I want to do today is review this document, look at the individual thoughts that I had, and then I'm going to rank them on how well I thought I was cooking. This is the method in which we are going to be ranking these. Cooked to perfection is when a thought is absolutely perfect, no notes. Slightly underdone is when it's, kind of. Raw is, what the fuck were you thinking? Burnt, please stop, you're scaring the hose. And then burnt to perfection is when something just makes so little sense and wraps back around to being funny. Biking becomes better when you forget that you're biking. If you forget that you're biking, that's bound to cause some problems. I'm gonna put that in raw. I want to hold both of your hands while you're touching my face with both hands. Not physically possible, but I really like the message behind it. It's pretty sweet. I'm gonna put that in burnt to perfection. Looking up at the stars makes me wonder how I got lost in this forest. This one's an interesting one, because I feel like it misdirects you. And now that I'm reading it again, I like to think that it's a commentary about how it's seldom you see stars in the city. You can only really see them if you're in a rural area like a forest. So if you do see stars, how the fuck did you get where you are? Slightly underdone. Have you ever been so hungry you got food and just fucking ate it? I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Cooked to perfection, no notes. Next. I just want to look up at the stars and think about stars. See, once again, why am I thinking, what? I don't even know where that was supposed to go, to be honest. That's just some basic ass bitch shit. Put that in burn. Let's sleep in a trailer. We're absolutely plastered and slightly high and talk about things while watching the X-Men. That's over specific. I think this might be referencing a time that I did this while I was in high school. I remember everything else, but I don't remember watching the X-Men. Is the X-Men like vital to this? Like if you throw Iron Man on or something, is that like a no-go? Sounds like a good time, but I'm just a little bit confused as to what the context of the whole situation is. I'm gonna put that in slightly underdone. Diet plan, become Ant-Man because when you eat a cookie, it'd take you years. This is something I actually still stand by. I think I really cooked here. The logic behind it, in my eyes, is that when you get really small, right, then you are only able to eat a certain amount of food. And then when you scale back up, presumably the calories don't scale with you. But now I'm wondering how that would work, because I don't think Ant-Man's ever eaten stuff while he's small. So if he does, like, would the calories and the fat and all the other nutrients just like scale up proportionally with him? Or is it like if you eat a crumb of a cookie that would fill you up when you're tiny, when you scale back up, are you just hungry again because the crumb is like nothing to your regular size? As much as I want to give this a cook to perfection, I have to put it as slightly underdone because I don't think I really thought this through. Guys, I have too much hair. Where should I put it? Help. This... I'm not entirely certain what I was cooking here, but whatever it was, I fucking burnt it. It is charcoal now. Burnt to perfection, baby. Death is merely a taunt of the eternal void. Love you. I'd say that's cooked to perfection. I feel like that encapsulates my vibe. I have the sex drive of a rock at the bottom of a 2-foot deep pond. I'm trying to work out exactly what this means. I mean, having the sex drive of a rock is already just implying that you're not interested in it, but if you're at the bottom of a 2-foot deep pond, does that give negative sex? I'm a little bit concerned. I'm stuck between slightly underdone and burnt to perfection. I don't know where this is going, and even if I did know, I feel like it wouldn't make sense either way. I don't know, put it wherever you feel like. I'm doing that all in post anyways. I think at one point I imagined I was talking to Porter Robinson, because the next two are, so like how many worlds are in your album, because I found none, and I don't think we speak the same language. First one I'm gonna put in completely raw because that's a really weak joke. That's kind of low-hanging fruit. Second one I'm gonna say burnt to perfection because it's such a bullshit fucking stupid joke, but then there's just then the key smash right after, just fucking What days of the week do Five Nights at Freddy's take place on? You'd assume it starts Monday, but what if it's Wednesday or some fucking shit? That messed me up. I'm going to bed. I imagine there is an answer for this out there, but I don't want to know it. Everything I've ever learned in my life has been against my will. It is a deep thought. I'm just wondering what the point of thinking it at all was. Regardless, no notes. Cooked to perfection. Let's watch Netflix and chill, and by that I mean help me hide the body, please. Another misdirect. Did I ever kill anybody? I'd assume I'd remember if I murdered somebody. I don't know. Sign up in the comments if you murdered somebody. See, at least it's not someone tricking you into thinking that you're gonna watch Netflix and chill, and then they just jump the idea of you being like, hey, I just killed a man and he's in my trunk. Please help me hide him. You always want to be straightforward with your date, because if your date shows up and there's a dead body in your trunk, that's gonna make her unhappy. You gotta give her a warning about it beforehand. Cooked to perfection. I feel like I'm giving too many things cooked to perfection. If Michael Bay wasn't as big, he'd be Michael Pond. Was he called a Michael Puddle when he was younger? I don't even know how to rank this one. I feel like it belongs in every single ranking and also no rankings. I want to say it's raw because I feel like it doesn't make much sense when you really objectively think about it, but I'm gonna give it slightly underdone purely for the comedy factor. All I want to do is ride a bike and forget I exist with you. Short, sweet, Not very specific, super gay, raw. Fuck Kanye West, listen to Tanya Self. Well, that one aged like a fine wine. Is Tanya Self a thing, or did I just make that up? Hold on. Okay, I just googled Tanya Self, and the only results are for an episode of South Park called Fish Sticks, so I'm assuming that's a no. Apple bottom fur, boots with the jeans. This is probably the laziest one on there and has no value whatsoever. Burn. How do you open doors? No, seriously, I'm outside help. I like the idea of this being written by someone who has gotten the ability to like read and write, but has never worked out how to open a door. Like, has there never been a situation where you've been in front of a door, you see a door as a foreign thing, and you just get scared? I'll call it slightly underdone. Doesn't make that much sense, but it's fun to think about. You can wish away forever, but you'll never find a thing like Taco Bell. For context, this is a line from the song End Credits by Eden, which is a song I really love. And for some reason, I guess instead of You'll Never Find a Thing Like Today, I changed it to You'll Never Find a Thing Like Taco Bell. I mean, no other restaurant gives me diarrhea like Taco Bell, so sure, cooked to perfection. Seagulls look really fucking weird when they run. Is that a thing? Yeah, that was pretty weird. I'll allow it. I don't know if I call that weird. That just feels adorable. I don't know if I would ever have considered calling a seagull adorable, but here we are. The note is true, but I also, like, it doesn't really add much to anything. I saw something I read and go like, damn, that's a thought. I don't know, slightly underdone. Could have done more there. I can feel my face when I'm with you. I can't feel my body either, help me. Once again, another misdirection using a classic song lyric. Now this one actually makes more sense. Unlike just replacing it with random garbage, it's taking the first lyric and taking it in another direction. I can't feel my face when I'm with you. Come to think of it, I can't feel my entire body. What the fuck is happening? Please help. I like that. That's good. Cooked to perfection. I feel like two worlds collide in the background every time you exist with me. This one's weird to me because existing doesn't really have like a temporal limit other than like when you're born and when you die. So would it just be like constant worlds colliding continuously? That'd be kind of cataclysmic. And also, what emotion is this going for? Like, what are you trying to convey? Do you just love intergalactic apocalypses? Nah, that's raw. That's raw. I don't like it. Don't drink underage. It's not worth it. Instead, snort grade A cocaine every day. It's a lot healthier and a great energy booster. I like this one. It's concise. It's to the point. Put that in the good one. What's the name of it? If music is an outlet, then I am a small child with a fork ready for action. Once again, no notes, love the passion, cooked to perfection. Tumblr is like the Starbucks of social media sites. Don't fucking question me. For context, I was a big Tumblr fan at the time when I wrote this. I'm not entirely certain what I was going for. The message resonates with me, like in my bones, but I don't really comprehend what it is. What the fuck did I mean by this? I guess that's where the don't fucking question me part comes in. You're right, I'm not gonna question it. Burnt to perfection. My tweets suck. Your tweets suck. We are screaming at the void together. Yeah, that's the straight facts. That's the straight facts as normal. I feel like I've managed to articulate this better in the past though, so we're gonna give that a slightly underdone. If I ever become mainstream, someone put a bullet in my fucking head. This is still very much true. If I end up hitting the 1 in a billion chance of having this YouTube channel just take the fuck off to the point where I'm getting like millions of subs, I need someone to just like take me out back and put a bullet in my skull. Dogs won't judge you. You could trip and fall on your face and a dog would be like, wow, you did good, keep going. This is very much true. Every dog I've ever owned would just like watch me fall on my face and they would, I get the vibe that they would be cheering me on. Especially this one right here. This is Deacon. Everyone comment hi Deacon or I'll kill you. He's my parents' dog and he's about as stupid as a goldfish on ketamine. But he's like the ultimate bro though, because you can just do the dumbest shit or like hurt yourself in like some way or like just cause like a fucking terrible thing to happen and he would still just love you completely. And finally, the chorus to Same Love is actually about a sweater the singer doesn't want to take off. She keeps me warm. Nah, that's burnt. I don't know what the fuck I was going for there. That's burnt. Alright, well this video was a bad idea. Thank you very much to Gordon, Hakaimono, and Foxy Boy for being members on Patreon. Jack, is there anything you want to add? Nah, you sure? Nah, okay, well we do have to get it to 20 seconds, because that's how long the... And
what about the follow? The free guy there?
Yeah, make sure you follow Barack Obama on Twitter.